Hey, Rochester, welcome to WDKX Wake Up Club After Show. We take topics on the air and bring them to the WDKX Podcast Network. Make sure you subscribe and catch all the content that we talk about. Today's topic has to do with the classic musical ethical debate.
Is R. Kelly really canceled? Now, Tariq, I did an experiment this weekend on social media to see if R. Kelly is really canceled. So I posted a stat and it said, if R. Kelly was to get out of jail tomorrow and then do a free show, would you attend? And there was like 60 people that responded. Out of the 60 people, 2 of them said they wouldn't support it. Everybody else said they would go. Matter of fact, they said free. I will pay at least $200 to see R. Kelly.
All right, so here's the 2 things. Number one, I love having these discussions because everybody says what they would do, but would they really spend the money on it? I don't believe everything everyone says. But it's a constant debate on R. Kelly and R. Kelly's music.
Well, remember, a few years back, people were embarrassed to say that they even liked R. Kelly. So people are now back comfortable saying, listen, R. Kelly is the GOAT.
His charges never changed, though.
Charges never changed.
The accusation has always been there, and it's always been real. But here's the pushback. It's always been discussed, especially at WDKX, about should his music be played because of what he did. And the contradiction is how much we care about our young, not only women, but Black women. And what was done to them was wrong. And yes, the debate will already begin with, well, there was tons of people that kind of knew what was going on and they looked the other way. They're just as guilty as R. Kelly. They played a role, yes. Knowingly or unknowingly, they played some sort of role in this bad boy of looking the other way. That being said, R. Kelly was charged and convicted of the deed.
Yes.
Does that affect how much you love his music and going to go see him perform it live?
I will say this. I probably wouldn't go see R. Kelly live. I won't take anything away from R. Kelly. R. Kelly is probably one of the greatest R&B singers of all time, no matter what he did in his personal life. That doesn't have anything to do with his talent.
The work, yes.
The work. And I've always said that.
Yes,
I've always said that.
Separating the man or the woman from the work.
Me personally, I wouldn't be at an R. Kelly show, though. I definitely wouldn't be at no R. Kelly show. But I was just surprised to see how many people were really open saying that they loved it. And the wild thing about it, they're all Black women.
Well, here's the interesting part. This can go down a really dark rabbit hole, but I'm gonna just keep it at the R. Kelly discussion. His music had that much of an influence on people. Like his music, you go to the time in which insert R. Kelly record, you were X amount of age old, you were dating somebody or asked somebody to dance or at a wedding or at an event and the record at a club or whatever it was. Yeah. And that moment lives forever in your mind. It's a soundtrack of your life. So a lot of people cannot separate it and still enjoy the groove of the song, which means that song had a powerful hold on them.
Yeah.
And still to this day, they want to feel it live again. Like they want to relive it again.
I think you're right. Going back to, R. Kelly ran the 90s. If you think about it, like if you grew up in the 90s, your 2 90s music heroes are like canceled, right? Or stop playing on radio. R. Kelly and Puff, right? I think with Kells, like you said, if you were in relationships or if you were sexually active or whatever it was you was doing from 1992 to about 2007, 2008, Kells was definitely 98% chance was a big part of your life.
Yes. Yeah. Even though the rumors, and for folks that don't know, the rumors existed.
There were videos
back then when he was hot.
But you know what? But
it was a rumor.
That video, people confirmed that was some on that video. But R. Kelly was generating so much money and was so hot that it doesn't matter what you do, right? As long as you're bringing in the money, you can pretty much do what you want to do. Perfect example. Let's look at Puff. Those rumors about Puff have been around forever, right? Until Puff wasn't making anybody money and he went against the machine. Now, all of a sudden, it's a problem, right?
Yeah, I never did the extent of R. Kelly. R. Kelly's was he was married to Aaliyah for a moment rumor. Like, that was before the video. The R. Kelly stuff, people had what they had to say about him, but I don't remember him being accused of what he's being accused of now. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that was the difference of R. Kelly and Diddy. Kelly got convicted.
Diddy's still awaiting
Diddy, I
trial.
still don't even know
Still awaiting
what
trial.
they're waiting on him. But what you said was true. The impact of the music was really, really strong, and a lot of people advocate for that, and they do have a good point. Innocent until proven guilty, and that is the way we've gone about our musical icons at that time.
Let's take it to Kanye. Kanye doesn't have any of those allegations against him, but Kanye is quote unquote canceled, right? Quote, canceled from the industry. And canceled from some of the public. Not all, but there are some people that just has a distaste for Kanye West for some of the things that he said. I understand exactly Kanye's point of what he's trying to make. Is it a little harsh? Yeah, it's harsh, but I get what Kanye, like with the swastika and stuff like that. Pretty much what he was saying, just to break it down, the industry sells black pain and profits off of black people's pain. Nobody says anything. So I'm going to do it with the swastika. Y'all don't like it, but it's the same. It's one and the same. That's all Kanye was saying, and he's canceled from the industry. So I guess my question is, what is really being canceled?
I don't know.
Jonathan Majors.
I think Jonathan Majors is a better example. I don't agree. I can disagree with somebody does, but Kanye's got a history of doing things that are kind of like, and then the swastika thing goes to another direction.
I understand his point. But
I get it. But when I've excused this and that, and then we come to this now, it's kind of like, man, I'm sick of that. I'm sorry, or I didn't mean it like that. I'm just Jonathan Majors is another one. It's interesting to me that a lot of people canceled him, but there are other individuals who have done worse, and their careers thrive. And so it's just, I get it. We didn't like this, but I think people of color have sort of forgiven him more than the industry has. And it's kind of like, we put you in this box. We're going to keep you in here for as long as we want to, as opposed to other people who have done worse, that we know have done worse, or are terrible individuals, but they affect the business.
I think Jonathan Majors got the backlash from black people from the simple fact it was an interracial relationship, and it was him on video calling her his Coretta Scott King.
Remember? It got a little bit more cringy.
It got a little bit more cringy, right?
Yeah, I got you.
And he was canceled by the industry, right? That slowed his career down. Because of being guilty of public opinion, right? You remember you put your hands on a woman. That's one of the worst things you can do. The industry's like, whoa, he's bad for business. He's slowly but surely building his career back. But like you said, there are people that did far worse than what Jonathan Majors did.
And got their career still going.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown's still back on track. And for there are certain people that don't know the history of it, don't even know the Rihanna thing took place. You know what I mean? Because a different generation might have missed that as a bigger deal as we would now.
So the question I want to ask is, cancel culture real, or is it just something that's just there that doesn't mean anything?
Or is it just a weapon people are using to choose whoever they want to use it against?
Because Donald Trump is the president.
Make sure you let us know what you think. Comment below. Make sure you subscribe to WDKX Podcast Network.